Okay, we're at part 2 now. So what I have done in the break is I have cut on a bias out of the black lining, the black fabric. I have cut some strips that need to be joined. I've also cut a couple that are going to be binding for my pockets. And I have also cut some extra for here on the bag. I decided to grab the bag so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to put these together. So let me get my seat, get the iron ready again because I unplugged it. And yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, we'll do this little bit of stitching. Let me put my eyeballs on because I can't see a thing. And I need to get the computer, that one there. Need to minimize that. Go to Facey. Go to my page. And find that second, nope, that's the first one. Refresh. Wait for you guys to hop on so we can catch up. And here we go. So I can see the comments and when you guys are on. G'day everyone. We've got Yvonne, Maya, Naomi, Linda, Liz, Nancy and Christine. G'day, g'day, g'day. Those coming in later on UbiTube will be able to watch this then. I'm just going to pop my machine up on here. Won't matter. Okay, makes it easier to move actually. Alright, so I've cut a roughly a bit more than 40 inches. I can always trim it off. Can't add it back on. And I'm going to join these together. There's about 4 pieces out of that piece. And I'll join them together in one long, actually there's 3, tell a lie. No, 4. And I'm going to use a 45-degree angle. So to do that, I find a straight edge along here, straight edge there. Sorry, straight, make it look like a shape of an L. Okay, so doink, doink, that's an L shape, yeah, or T, whatever you want to call it. And I am going to, yes, I've got my white thread on, that is okay for me. Put that needle in the middle, and I'm going to stitch straight across to the other side. I didn't change my needle either, so it's going to make that nice clunky noise. And good morning, G. And then we're going to get the scissors and just trim off that excess, giving myself a 1/4 inch seam, roughly 8 inch. Get rid of that stuff. Fold it back over so I've got the right side facing me. Do it again. And make sure that I have that L shape. And again on here. Straight across. I've still got my zipper foot on, which I can change in a minute. I'm going to have to. And we're going to trim that again. Up here, across. Oh, that's the dog playing with a bone. Just FYI, if you're wondering what that noise is. It's not bits of my machine rolling off. Don't worry about that little bit off there. And we're going to make that L shape again. Utilising as much of the fabric as I can and go across. And the end and cut off. And trim that. So you've got to trim up and across. Just to take off those little tabs. You don't want little ears on there. And then I'm going to just move my machine again. Straight over here. Get my iron. First things first, dry iron. G'day Judy. Just push those down in one direction. I will give it a quick measure. Just to, I don't want to have to add on later. So I've got 15, 30, 45, plenty of room. So now I'm going to fold that over in half. The wrong sides facing each other and just press that together. And this is the way I would do any binding, whether it be bias binding or not. This is how I do it. Bias binding just means that I have cut across the bias of the fabric. And I'll show you what I mean. And just keep doing that. Sorry, someone was just at the door then. All right, okay. So that is all done there. These ones here are the handles that attach to the bag. So this is this bottom piece here. So I am going to give them a quick press. G'day, Helen. Good to see you all back again. Give them a quick press. And I'm going to fold in half, just for the time being. I want to get them down to 1 inch again. So I'm folding in half to start with. I think in the pattern it said 3 inches. I think I did mine at 2.5. 3 inches is a lot easier. So that I'm going to fold that in just about 1/4 inch. Just turn that over. I'm hoping this works. Cut it a little bit slim. And then I fold those two over and just give that a quick measure. Oh, it's a little bit skinnier than 1 inch, but it will pass with a push, and I'm okay with that. As long as you're okay with it, it don't matter. They won't be right up next to each other, but as long as the two are exactly the same, that is fine. So then put a couple of clips in that. We are going to sew that down to the faux leather. And I'll pop that aside, and then do the same to this one. So about 1/4 inch in. So when you're doing yours, make sure you cut it 3 inches. It'll make it a lot easier and it'll measure better. Get that in just along there. And this is just so we don't have raw edges. No, we don't want raw edges. And then fold it in half again. And that'll give you what they call a double folded bias. This is double folded. And that one there. G'day Laura, Sandra, g'day everyone. And we're just going to clip that on here. That one there, that one there, and that one there. And just pop them away for a second. These ones are for the pockets. So what we're going to do is fold them in half, and that one in half for now. That'll be enough for those. All right, so I think I've done enough with the iron for now. G'day Lynn, hello everyone, welcome back to part 2. So I'm going to move this iron mat out of the way. Now I'll just show you quickly. This is what, oh come on, where I am. So this fabric would have been sort of squared off, and I've cut across on a bias. It doesn't have to be exact, it can be across that way, as long as when you pull it, that's your bias there. You can see how it stretches. And the reason why is when we go around corners, we want to be able to stretch around corners, which is what we're going to do on the inside. Okay. All right. Now, pop this back over here. I'm going to change my foot over to the Teflon foot. Not that it needs to be Teflon at the moment, but it will help with some of this faux leather. Okay. Now, got that. I can put that binding aside for now. We're going to get our pocket, and on the 5-inch side, we're going to turn. Don't grab both of them like I just did. Grab one of these 5-inch pieces, and we're going to just stitch that onto there with a 1/4 inch seam. Normal stitch. Oh yeah, gotta love a good blunt needle. Okay. You're going to do this to both, and then you're going to turn it over like that. okay. Might even trim a little bit of that seam out just because it seems a little bit thick, a bit like. There we go, just a little bit, just to get out that excess so I can turn that over easy. Come here. Fingers out of the way. There we go. A bit of less bulk. Hi Michelle, will this video be available later? Internet playing up today? Yes, absolutely. It will be available on YouTube. I have started downloading the first one to my computer, and then I can upload it. So we're going to turn that over. Make sure it covers that previous stitch line, because what we're going to do now is actually stitch in that stitch line. And this is where your Teflon foot will help a little. Come on. Why not? Oh, because it got caught on the black. There we go. Try that. There we go. I really need to change that needle, don't I? It is noisy. All right. And with a bit of luck, you have caught your binding. It doesn't matter if it's not straight. That's going on the inside. We won't see it. And we're going to repeat this for the other pocket. Let's just grab one side, raw edge to that raw edge. And I might do a little bit less than a 1/4 inch. Come on, darling. There we go. I'm still going to trim out some of that excess. Change the needle, please. All right, I'll change the needle. Jeez, pushy. Oops, days I'm pressing buttons. Don't press buttons. Clear. Let's change it to, I might put in a, what have I got? 12s, I've got 18s or 16, and I've got a 10. I think I'll do the 12, see how she copes. Alrighty. Alright. So if you use the stop-start button like I do, just a word of warning, because that stop button is right here, press your lock key on your machine so that you can lock it. So if I accidentally press that with my thumb or my finger, it doesn't go and sew my fingers into the machine. No idea, I've changed it now, I promise. I've changed it now. Right, tighten that up with the screwdriver. Don't rely on your fingers. They are not strong enough to tighten that up properly. And I'll dispose of that later. Let's see how much better she sews. So, oh, beautiful. We don't have to trim that back, so I can just clip that down. A couple of clips just to hold it. And, oh, plus I'm starting to run out of bobbin. That doesn't help either. Come on, get in there. Oh, isn't that sound so much better? I can't even I'll put my teeth back in soon and you'll be able to understand me. Now, if you want to, you can do what I did in the pattern, and I actually did a decorative top stitch across there like a pink, but that's enough to hold it, and you don't have to do any more than that. Okay, so that's those done. Now, these here are not going on until we've got it on the actual piece, and now we are ready. We are ready for the next step. So let me pop the machine aside. Okay. Alrighty. Michelle, does the Teflon foot fit any machine? This one I'm using, you have to have a high shank machine for a high, like a 9mm or a 7mm. I've only got in stock the 7mm ones, which are for a low shank machine. They won't suit this machine, so they're for a smaller machine. Okie doke, grab your front piece. Now, the best way to do this, I found, you're going to be going that way. So if you look at that, it goes that way. And we want to be measuring down from the top, okay, here. Where to put my measuring stick? This will do it. All right, so you want to be measuring about, I reckon about 2 inches down from the top. So 2 inches down, and you want the center as well. So you've got to sort of find your center. Pretty sure, it's been a while since I made it, so let's do this properly. The pocket, from the front piece, cut in the pockets, fold the bias in half, and then sew the front edges, pocket 5-inch side. Okay, fold the bias binding in half, and then sew it to the front of the pocket with the raw edge level with the pocket along the, yeah. Okay, and binding made and cut 2 pieces of 5 inches. Okay, yep, repeat for both pockets, front and back. Okay. Yep, 2 inches down from the top, and place your pocket. It should be approximately 2.75 inches from each side. Thank you. All right, so it's good when you read your own instructions, then you know what the heck you're doing. So 2 inches down and about 2.75 in from the side. And I only got a pen with me, so let's go the side one first. So 2.75 is around here. And then 2 inches down is going to be here. So there. And then we're going 2.75 in here and 2 inches down. Perfect. Then we go to the other side. 2.75 in and 2 inches down is around here. And we do the same on this side, about here. Music to my ears. Yeah, I know, it's cruel, isn't it, to listen to a machine that's struggling. I know, I shouldn't do that. I should be more conscientious. So, alrighty. Now, pockets. So we grab those 2 pockets and you're going to line them up there, okay? And what you can do is you can either turn it under. There's 2 ways of doing this: turning it under and sewing it on, which I think is the way I did it. I did figure out another way. 2 inches down. Just make sure that's right. 2 inches. 2 inches. That's going to be covered, so I want to sort of sit it central. Okay, the other way of doing it is getting your mark here, like that, and placing that this way down here, and then we'll sew it here and flip it. I need it to be up here, sorry, because we need a seam. So around about, I'll put a mark where the thing's going to cover it, about here. About here. All right, so I'm just going to measure down. So that is about 5 inches down, 5 1/8, okay? Horizon Memory Craft. I do QCP. All right, so if you place that on that edge and flip it with a seam, it needs to meet that thing, which it will. So what I do is get some tape, 1/4 inch, or this is 1/8 inch, this will do. Come on. Oh, it's a new one, so I've just got to fight it for a minute. Hang on, there we go. Got it. All right. Oops, a days. I've got the tape on the wrong side. Hang on. There we go. Start there. Ooh. Get off me. Now 7700s, they're a good machine. So I'm going to place a bit of this tape just above that line, those 2 dots I put there, and trim that off. Take off the tape, and a little hairy bit there, hairy McClary, and place that on there. Trying to keep it central, so make sure it's there, and it's not central, so we need to move her over a little bit. there, and about there. Yep. All right, so now I can put some pressure down on that. You can't clip it here, or you can't pin it either, but we're going to sew across that, and we'll do one. I might do it while it's just over here. 1/4 inch seam. I'm just going to run that across there. Walking foot would do well here. It's very thick. Keeps grabbing. Okay, will it take the foot? Oh, Teflon. Yes, it's a high shank. No, it won't take the ones I've got. You'll need to get one from Nomi. And we're going to fold that up. And then we're going to get a little bit of this tape. We're going to run along the side here. And we're going to run along the side here. This will just help hold it down, because I did find that it is hard to hold it down while you're in the middle of a piece. All right, take the paper off and fold that over. Yeah, you'll need to contact Janome for that. It's a high shank. Sorry, I didn't realise why you were telling me what machine you had. That's how blasé I am at the moment. All right, so that's one just sitting there. Now we've got to do the other side. So we'll do the exact same thing. So I need to mark down, it was 5 1/4, I think, from there, from memory. And I'll just put another little dot there, just before it, I think. 5 1/4. So I'll get overexcited. And it's around about there. Just make sure. Is that 5 1/4? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's put a bit of tape across here on that, just above those lines. That looks crooked. I'm gonna go in a bit. I'd rather it be in a bit than in the wrong, too far down and then showing. If you find the tape's not quite working very well, sometimes it just takes a little bit of heat, bit of pressure from your fingers. We've got the hairy bits again. Place that there. And I'm just double checking the side, make sure it will be roughly the same. It needs to go over a fraction, like that. Down again. So it's good to have a little ruler handy. I've gotten mine from Janome Sewing Centre, Queensland. I have a 9mm. Yeah, exactly what the 7700 is, a high shank. And we're going to sew across there again. I'm going to struggle with it at a distance, and so that saves moving the machine backwards and forwards. I need something to stop it from hitting my wall. There we go. That'll do. All right, trim off your threads. Thread there. It's going to get in the way later. All right, just make sure she goes upright. Make sure it is 2 inches. It's a little bit higher than 2 inches. I'll just push it down a little. Okay, and then we're going to put that tape on there. G'day, Louise. I think G has managed to get them. Oh, fantastic, has she? Yes, because then I can't find them other than at a Genomi's shop. I just can't find them. Get plenty of the small ones, but not the big ones. So if G's got them, that is even better. G, speak up more. Just saying. All right. Okay. That down. Make sure we got our 2 inches from the top. Yeah, baby. Stick that down. Just like that. A little bit of heat. Now, these. All right, we're just going to pop this baby aside for a minute. Yep, no drama. Okay, with these, I actually sew up to the end of the thing. I leave that open and I turn it over for the actual hook. So here, so it's not actually sewn right up and around. So I'm just leaving them like that for now. So we do need that there. And we're going to need some tape. I didn't bring over my 1/4 inch. It would probably be easier. And just put the tape along from one pocket to the other. Just like that. And then the other side. Trust me, this will make it easier for you. It will be a lot easier for you to hold it down than trying to clip it. It's near impossible to clip while it's this far in from the edge. And then we do another line next to it. Just keep it down so it doesn't get caught up in like visible later. And just remember, your piece of fabric is only 1 inch at most wide. So those 2. Yeah, gee, I think she was online before with us. I don't know if she still is. Hi, Louise. One down there. Just line that up a bit better. And trim that off. Okay. Now, just make sure that's down. A bit of heat. And take one side off. Excuse me. If one side doesn't want to lift, try the other side. Okay. Now, with this, open her out. Get a bit of that tape. And just put it along the seam. Just to hold together while we're sewing. We don't want it annoying us while we're trying to sew it. Oh, good. Thanks, Liz. For those on YouTube watching later, G is from Cadena Crafted Sewing Centre in South Australia. And just fold that over. Just holds it down without having an argument with it, because, you know, I'm not up for an argument today. I didn't sleep enough last night to have an argument today. It was too warm. Although I had the AC on. Alright. Yep, thanks, Liz. Alright, now you basically want to place this evenly up through there. It's normally about 1/2 inch off the top on either side. And press that down on there. We are going to sew up from here all the way across and back down again. Now, if you want to clip anywhere, it'll be on these ends. Those short clips might not reach. You might need a big clip. I don't have them in stock anymore. Some of you might still have some in stock at home. All right, and then we do the same to the other side. Open her out. Hope you guys can you see what I'm doing? You can, yeah. I just want to make sure the camera is in the right spot. least I haven't got it in selfie mode today. It was back to front yesterday. All right, there. Trim. Just give it a bit of a push down. Take the paper off. Oops, it is. Let's move this other way. So I've got a solid. You need the D-rings on first. Yep, I will be doing that. Well, not yet, but I will. I'll be putting them on after I've done this section, because I'll have the room and I'll be using a zipper foot. You can put them on first, but my big thing is, what if these lengths, just what if I do it wrong? What if I do it wrong? And I'm going to be like, well, now the D-rings don't sit even. So I'm going to pop that on. And I've got a little clip here, that'll do. A little clip there, that'll just grab it. All right, so I'm literally going past here. Then I'm going to put the D-rings on. So across, all the way down and across and up. And I'm using a white thread, so it's going to be visible if I make a boo-boo, just FYI. And I am going to move the machine. Oh yeah. I'm going to put my stitch length, I need that needle moved over to the edge, and my stitch length on 4.5, actually, yeah, 4.5, and I'm going to start just off the side. I'm going to grab that thread and just bring it up on top of that foot. Just down from the corner. I don't like starting in a corner. I always feel the corner's going to come undone. So bring that in here. And I can always trim the thread off the back. So needle down and do a couple of stitches and stitch down. Now if it goes a bit skew-if, don't freak out. Just keep going. Wait. Just did the skew-if thing. I'm going to go back a bit. No, I have to freak out. I've gone off the thing twice now. Right, little darling. I'm going to undo you from the back. You little booger. Why would you do that? Because you're a booger. Lucky they're big stitches, just saying. Oh, that's not going to help, is it? Where's my... Oh. There we go. Sorry, bear with me while I just undo this. Should take 2 seconds because I've gone off my edge. This is what happens when you do live. You make boo-boos and everyone sees how silly you are. I don't want to go pulling on the front because I don't want to pull the front off. Because I've just got it all lined up nicely. Titanium needles work a treat for the thicker projects. Yeah, they would. Machine preferred walking foot at this stage. Yep, no worries, Naomi. Yeah, probably would. Just don't want to pull that off. I might actually do myself a favour and stitch the other side first, the high side. Just make sure I've got it all. There we go. That was it. I'm going to, yeah, little darling, get over there. Like the rest of us, yeah. I'll go on this high side. So I'm just past that pocket edge. I'm going to slow down a little too. Nice. It might need a little encouragement from here, like going over that bump. The walking foot would work a treat. Still wants to pull that fabric over, so hang on to that other side. And just encourage it. You don't want to create any creases. And get up to that other side of that other pocket on the other side and just go one stitch past it. Turn the machine. I've got a misstitch there. That's because it was high. I should have my walking foot on. Go across. So I think it's going to miss a few. Yeah, no, it has. It's all right. The other thing, if you've got a like a awl or something like that, I haven't got my, you know, those finger attachment things, and that can help just keep that fabric under there. Nothing's perfect when I make it, I'm telling you. Nothing. Not a thing. I need a change to my walking foot. And turn that back around. A couple of missed stitches, but not overly stressed. You know, when you do yours, just make sure you use the same thread colour as you do the fabric, and then you won't see those little boo-boos. A little bit there. She'll be bright, mate. Let's go to the next one. Okay, let's try and keep it as even as we can. Definitely a walking foot on this side would really help, just FYI. Naomi is 100% correct. Much easier. Just get across that bit. So me lifting it and lifting the foot up a bit is actually just helping to relieve the pressure a little. Oh, didn't miss a heap there. I'll have to come back on that with a walking foot. Yeah, no, it needs to be gone over again. This is probably the hardest part of the probably other than the binding. I'd say the binding can be a little bit tricky. Keep hearing that door go. Oh, missed a whole heap there. I'll trim that out. A couple of bits I can trim out. Bit of a wobbly bit up here. Big bit I missed. Just here. bit there. I'll go up with the walking foot. Don't need those on anymore. It's held at least. I'll just swap over to the walking foot. I love it. What I do hate is swapping between feet. Alright, where'd I put it? In there. Did I put it away already? Yep. Alrighty. Let's go here. Alright. Try again. Probably gonna make a mess of it, but no, it's still missing it. It's actually still missing it. Some machines just don't like doing faux leather. Mine happens to be one of them. I'll get on the jack another time and fix that up. It's just not happy. Just doesn't want to do it. Try again. I'll come from this way. Yeah, it's not even picking up the bobbin. Make sure. Oh, today's got a heap of thread under there. Make sure my bobbin's not too low. Oh. It's doable. It's got enough in it. What about the jack? Yeah, the jacks are... Look, I've got the jack hidden away. If I showed you where it was, you'd be like devoed. I'll put that in the middle, with the needle in the middle. Maybe I'll do smaller stitch. Yeah, it's not grabbing that bobbin thread at all. It's just cracking it. Smaller stitch seems to work. There we go. We might have solved the prob. I'll have to trim it and clean off bits and pieces of it, but that's got it stitched. And then we'll go this side. Smaller stitch seems to have helped. Yeah, that one's not really picking up very well either. Would using rivets help? Oh yeah, rivets will take the whole thing away. You could absolutely do rivets. That is that. Let me just clean up that for a minute. Look, in the scheme of things, I just want to show you how to do this. If I make a few boo-boos, that means you can too. Oh, it's not even boo-boos. The machine's just not picking up the thread. So I'll just trim out my excess from the back because that is going to be my lining. You don't want to leave all that in there. Get rid of it. But as long as those handles are on, you're good to go. Now, don't sort of peek out that, you know, that I had issues with my foot. That's no big deal. Just shows you how it can happen to anyone. Okay. Shake. Okay, that will do for now. All right, let's get these D-rings. I've buried them around the back here somewhere. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beauty. If I do a 1/4 inch seam on something thick, my Janome won't sew properly. Yeah, it's I think it's just the foot. It just doesn't want to pick up. Maybe I need to raise the pressure plate or something. I very rarely touch the pressure plate. All right. So we got our little D-rings. We're going to grab this and we're going to fold that over, and this is where I'll need to change foot again because I am going to put my little zipper foot on. I'm just going to clip that there. Going to do the same here. Just turn it over so they're roughly the same. You can I mean, you can have them at different heights or whatever, but personally I like them the same. That one there, and flipping them over will give me an idea. So that one's a bit long, so I can put it down a bit. There we go. That's more like it. It's just got a bit of a gap there. That there. Nope, wrong way, Jill. That way. And that one there. Just enough to get a clip in there. Should be able to get the zipper foot in there, no drama. Fold that over. In. Clip. Okay. Again, you could rivet that. I'm going to swap my foot out again. It helps when you see your boo-boos because you give us a solution. So I hope so. I hope I don't just go, oh, well, too bad, you're all going to have to deal with it. Sometimes it's the change of a foot or a change of a needle or even thread. Thread itself can be a big issue. All right, so I literally just fold that back. I'm clipping it, get it out of your way. Okay. And you can put a bit of tape there if you wanted to. I'm moving my needle over so it's over that way, but I've got, actually, in the middle. So I'll put the needle in the middle again of that foot. And I am just going to sew across there. Come on. And make sure you backstitch. Even if it's just a little. That's one. Then we get the next one. And we do the same thing. That down. That down. And across. It just means now I know that they are even. Because if I do my head in, that one doesn't want to get underneath that black. Come on. Pick up. That one had a bit of a chewing session. Look at that. Chewed it out. I would unstitch that. If I was making that, I would definitely unstitch that and come from this direction across. But for a demo, I'm happy to just let that go. Because, yeah, it's a demo. It's my demo. My demo. Oh, and if you're using a cutoff like I just did, make sure that you cut off your little furry bits that you've got left over from on the underside. You could turn this over and sew from this side too. That's definitely a thing you could do. Pop that in there. Go from that side, but it wants to catch on that edge of that. There we go. That's better. Don't be catching. Go this side, and then my cut-offs are underneath, and it's not so much a big deal. Okay, they're done. So I'm just going to trim that off. And again, same colour thread will make a huge difference, guys. Okay. That's quite heavy. All right, we're almost there. Okay. Now, we are up to the next section. We've been doing it for another hour, so I'm going to stop for a minute and have a quick break and rejig everything, get it all ready to go for the next video, and then it's a 3-part series then. And you guys can just watch along and fast forward as you need. So that is going to go like that. We're going to round off our edges. I did put a template on there, but I also do have this fella, and this will also round off an edge, and I can quite simply turn that over, go in here and round off my edge, just like that. I think I actually rounded off even more than this, so either. This is a 1 inch. I think I did a bit bigger. We're going to round those off now because we need to. Just round off your corners. So then just trim them. Oops, got to be able to see where I'm going. Okay. All right. So that's that done. We can pop this aside. This is our zipper center bit. I'm going to put that edge to the zipper so it gets caught up in the zipper thing and you won't see that. So there are our ends. I'll grab my zipper. So we're going to open the zipper out, and with the raw edge facing the raw edge of the fabric, now you can get your tape again. So get your tape. I think I buried it. Oh, there it is. And run it along the edge of this, like so. Like that. Like that. And then, oops, take the paper off, get your zipper, and just stick it to the edge. Just like that. Okay, you can get your other piece. All good. Do the same thing. And this is 1/8 inch tape. You can use quarter inch tape if you like, either. I just had this handy from yesterday, so I thought I would use it. Turn your tape over, or your zipper tape, and raw edge on the raw edge. And while my zipper foot is on, I'm going to just quickly run that in and zip that in, sew that in. And because I've got tape there, it tends to just hold it. Take that one out, put this one in. In you go. Okay, now we're going to top stitch this. I'm going to swap over to a Teflon foot. Now just manipulate it, change the stitch length to about 4. Hope for the best. She plays nice. Come on, too fast. Needle up. It's always the start. It's always one. Come on. Start, 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 start. Nope. Does not like it. Alright, let's try the zipper foot again. I don't like the chances of this one working, but we'll give it a bell. Yeah, not on your Nelly. Is that going to work? No. Here we go again, back onto the walking foot. Do this and then we'll come back for a break. After a break. We'll put the other bits together. And we're pretty much ready to put it together nice and quickly. I just love swapping out feet. It really makes me happy. Not. Said no one ever. Alright, let's try again. Okay. Don't know. I'll put that in the middle. Make that larger. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we are. That's going to do it. Nice. I use walking foot. Yeah, I'm just doing it right now. See, it was so long ago, I can't remember what foot I used. Could have told me that before, Nancy. Just joking. Alright, we got through. There we are. Also, the next one. So you know the zipper and the Teflon is not going to push through that, just FYI. And for this reason, and the walking foot is what this is for, but you know, it wouldn't sew over that fabric before, but it's sewing over this, so go figure. You just don't know, do you? It's one of those things you just sort of go, well, there's a will or it won't. Oh, I think I just ran a bobbin. Oh no, there it is. Got it. The bobbin's really, really close. I am watching that as well. Alrighty, you need to get a narrow walking foot for your machine. I love mine. Never use the wide one. Oh, I wish, yeah. Because I use the jack when I do this sort of stuff, I never think about it. So now, because that's underneath that, I don't need to bind that or anything. It's just going to stay there. We're going to put the zipper on this before we go to break. If you've got a zipper jig, you can use that. I'm going to do the old-fashioned way. And I'm lining up. Just get rid of those threads because they will get caught. I'm lining up that way. Lining up my 2 bits of fabric. Not worrying about the zip. 2 bits of fabric. I want those edges to be even, so I can cut. Oh, don't use that one. Nearly did it. Use that one. All right, so I can cut my zipper. Use this one for threads, Michelle. Then you get your zipper head. Place it on there like that, on an angle. That's why I like my IDT. Yeah, your faff, exactly. They will do that. Mum has no drama at all with her faff. And put that in like that on an angle and give it a shove. Real good shove. Down we go. Look at that. Just like I bought one. I'm going to go all the way through and I'm going to do that again. No, it's not the tape. Oh, you mean on the other one? I had tape on this one too, so I wouldn't have thought so. I have had it happen to me before, but it's never anything consistent. So there we go. So that goes back on. That will mean that when I sew either end, they are closed. I don't have the issues we have when they're not closed. All right. So that is going to go on here. We are going to trim that to meet. And we will trim these end bits. Just trim that one like that. Get this end bit here on the wide side and just clip it down. We'll sew this. You will need, I'm leaving the walking foot on, you'll need a walking foot. Oh, if you want to put little tabs in, you would do it now. So I put little tabs in mine, and all I did was I grabbed a bit of my faux leather that I had previously, bits of, here, excuse me, and I just trimmed a bit off, to be a bit less wide, about 1/2 inch, and I took that off and just like that, and I fed it in loop side in, so lip in like that, sticking out a little bit sort of on the center of the zipper, and do the same again, around about 1/2 inch. Take the other stuff off the back. You can leave the stitches in, it doesn't matter. I might take those ends out because they're sort of a bit skewy. And then on this side, you'll do the same thing. Put it over the top of that. There. Get this one, place it face down in the center. I'm just eyeballing. You can measure because I am going to trim those off as long as the center runs along that zipper. And trim that there. That there. And we'll go and have a break and come back. And we'll put these babies together. So we're almost there. We're not far from being there. Trust me, it's really, really close. This is where I got to with mine on retreat. Oh, is it? Okay. Okay, all right. Well, when we come back from break, I'll show you how to do it. It's quite simple, and we'll just keep going. Only me, it makes it look hard. All right, so let's go have a bit of a break, 10 minutes, and I'll get a fresh coffee, and we'll be back and trim this up and sew the three pieces together, or 2 pieces together. And yeah, I'll show you how to do it. So see you soon.